People in today's world are constantly obsessed with what is trendy and how they can keep up with everyone else while neglecting to consider the harm they may be inflicting to other humans, the environment, and even the substances they are putting on their own bodies. Fast fashion has made its way to be a monster in our world today and to do things that we would never thought of. Instead, people tend to want what is trendy: the new bag, the new shoe, the new belt, the new shirt, the new purse, whatever it is to keep them trendy and to look as cool as the person sitting next to them. That is what they want for the cheapest price that they can receive. People without money are constantly experiencing this. This doesn't affect one particular group. It affects every individual. People of all ages. This doesn't target anyone in specific. It could be your mom, it could be your grandma, it could be your best friend, it could be your sister. It could be the person sitting right next to you or the person without the money. People without money are constantly trying to figure out how to stay on top of trends and how to do better while having no money. So fortunately for them, they have fast fashion, and unfortunately for us, we have to deal with the repercussions that come with people purchasing these fast fashion garments that are typically causing many, many poor things in our society. People are also able to buy more at one time with fast fashion in the world today. They don't have to buy one thing that costs $45, but now they can buy 5 pairs of pants for that same price. And they are instantly gratified by the higher amount of products that they are receiving. They also are able to afford their basic needs through fast fashion. This is maybe your mom. She can now afford those shoes you want with fast fashion because it's a look-alike. Or she can buy her son clothing. She can buy herself a new bag because it's cheaper for everybody. Money is typically people's biggest concern. People tend to have to worry about the cost of goods in the economy. Things like groceries, gas, milk, and even in other countries, water. So fashion tends to be the last thing on their mind, let alone fashion that costs more than $10. Fast fashion is their market. On top of that, large corporations are thinking about how they can produce the most amount of product in the least amount of time. It is all about how to make these products for the least amount of money or for the cheapest price, and to produce the most amount of these poor quality items. On top of that, fast fashion is a monster on our environment. They could care on the work environment. These large corporations could care less what their employees are having to go through on a day-to-day basis in their work environment. So they don't care to have nice desks for them to sit at. They care, and they do not provide their employees the proper equipment to be equipped to work in these environments. People are constantly breathing in fumes and harsh chemicals that they are surrounded by on a day-to-day basis and putting into their bodies to create these cheaper garments because their employers don't want to give them a safe work environment. Fast fashion is also a huge target for cheap employees. So these large companies are targeting women who have children and need to support their family on their own. They're targeting young women and men who have never had their first job, and they're putting them in these harsh and horrible work environments as young individuals. On top of that, these companies don't think about the mass amounts of water it costs to produce these cheap garments. India is a prime example of how they have a scarce water supply, but they don't care. They tend to make some of the most amount of product of these fast fashion industries. Due to these horrible work environments and the unfair treatment that these individuals experience on a day-to-day basis, typically the women, men, and young children form together as a union, which is an action to try and have better work attire, proper working conditions, and make a political statement to try and better their lives in the workplace. On top of that, trash has grown immensely in our world today. On women and men, the new global average is to wear your new garments 7 times before you throw them away. And you forget that you can donate your clothing items. You can re-wear your items instead of having this instant gratification. And on top of that, you are now throwing away products that might have been better quality than the products that you are now receiving instant gratification from. The fashion world is an industry that most have forgotten about, but true fashion also implies that you are paying for a good product. And nowadays, most of our products are made out of polyester and cotton. 90% of our clothing in the United States was made out of polyester or cotton, which is a horrible product to be putting onto your bodies. And on top of that, it's a horrible product to be working with for these workers in their work environment. Things like eczema have exponentially grown since fast fashion has become so prevalent in our world today. Like I stated before, in today's world, we are constantly obsessed with what is trendy and how it can help us look or be perceived better. But we don't understand the cause of what it does to your skin and bodies, as your skin is your largest organ. We know of these fast fashion industries and we see them on a daily basis. One of them being Shein, a large player in this industry. Although many individuals know about Shein and their horrible work environments, that people continue to purchase these items because it's cheap, it's affordable. And in larger companies, they don't want you to believe that they are also a part of the fast fashion industry. Meanwhile, they are. Companies like Zara, Forever 21, Fashion Nova, Urban Outfitters are all huge players. They want you to believe that you are not helping partake in fast fashion by you paying more for their product when truly they are just making more profit off of you. So now you may be asking yourself, how do I fix this? How do I help not contribute to this monster that our world is perceiving today? There's an app called Good On You, this being their logo. You can search up every company that you would like to purchase something from and see just how much they are partaking in fast fashion. Thank you.